Part 302. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3011. Shouts followed, and the excitement on Bai Biao's face was beyond words. While talking at the moment, I couldn't help counting the star cores, and thoroughly experienced what it means to count the star cores until my hands cramp. But at the same time, some other problems will be encountered. Bai Biao couldn't help but let out a long sigh. No matter how many star cores, I can only get 10%. Why? Fang Fan boy, you are the one who earned blood, I am nothing. I'm just here to make soy sauce. Boy Fang Fan, you are the one who is really enviable. Tisk, tisk tisk, so comfortable. Bai Biao licked his lips, and while speaking, he sighed at the side. The radiance in his eyes was beyond words, and he was in a trance. After thinking about it this time, his eyes couldn't help but become real. So heartfelt, extraordinarily real and real. Fang Fan subconsciously picked out his ears. He was quite familiar with Bai Biao's reaction. Anyway, it is necessary to follow up with a wave of things. This guy kept talking about this in Fang Fan's ear. In fact, he wanted Fang Fan to increase his commission. You want so many star cores, what's the use? You can't spend it? I see that when you were practicing, you never needed to devour the energy in the star core. You're basically not consuming. Take the star core to collect. Fang Fan glanced at Bai Biao, and then complained angrily. From Fang Fan's point of view, he actually wanted Bai Biao to stop. Continuing to make things happen, is this interesting? Snored. Of course I want the star core to be useful. What era is it now? Without a star core, can you find a wife? Also, in this era, if you don't have a star core, what else do you want to accomplish? Do you need a star core to open up joints and dredge relationships in all aspects? Furthermore, those star cores are translucent, which makes people feel very comfortable. Bai Biao blinked, and then said excitedly. Fang Fan was speechless. He doubted whether Bai Biao was a descendant of a dragon. As far as Fang Fan knows, those dragons also like to collect these shiny things, and those dragons don't need them themselves, but they feel very at ease in their own cave. Probably equivalent to a quirk? Fang Fan thought to himself, his eyebrows raised involuntarily, and his facial expression changed very realistically. The more I look at it, the more troublesome it becomes. But this time the harvest is not bad. At least tens of thousands of high-grade star cores have been harvested. If you add the 100,000 high-grade star cores that Master Tai Shuja and Yuanji Academy Deputy Mansion Master Su Qin gambled, it would be around 200,000. Thinking of this, Fang Fan couldn't help but glanced at the attic, not knowing what was going on there now. Relatively speaking, this time Tai Shuja has found enough face in front of Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanji Academy. Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanji Academy, lost 100,000 high-grade star cores in one go, and this guy will feel very distressed. What about demigods? 100,000 top-grade star cores is not a small number even for a demigod. Just feel it a little bit and you can imagine the pain in the flesh. It is true that, as Fang Fan expected, the atmosphere above the attic is a bit awkward and solemn at the moment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3012. Tai Shuja has an arrogant attitude. Even if he wants to laugh wildly at this moment, he has to hold on. He and Su Qin, the deputy head of Yuanji Academy, had a strong hatred for taking his wife before, and Su Qin, the deputy head of Yuanji Academy, would follow Xiu Yubo in front of him from time to time, standing in the perspective of Tai Shuja, already bored to the extreme. Now that I can make a comeback, I feel so happy in my heart. Deputy Palace Master Su Qin, The match just now is over, and it's very clear at a glance. So, the 100,000 high-grade star cores that Deputy Palace Master Su Qin bet on before should be taken out. Uncle G stood up indifferently, and while talking, the look of arrogance on his face became more and more, his eyebrows raised while speaking, and the whole person became smug, so happy. When Su Qin, deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, heard this, his face became even darker. Slap in the face, slap, slap, slap. This face was swollen immediately. The posture of gnashing teeth was revealed, and the whole person collapsed. Can't hold on, this wave really can't hold on. Panting violently, the black lines on his forehead also gathered all over. Snort. When did Uncle Tai become so Philistine? It's just 100,000 high-grade star cores. Could it be that Uncle Tai thinks I can't get it out? Forehead. Brother Tai is not really so petty, is he? Oh my God. No way. Could it be that Uncle Tai really thinks so? Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, looked very shocked. Anyway, at this time, he just wanted to give himself back a little face. Otherwise, how can this full of resentment be vented? What the hell, I just have to grit my teeth and stick to it, stick to it? Otherwise, it is really cool and thin. When this guy said this, he picked himself out instantly, and even put himself in an invincible position, that's all. If you were a thin-skinned person, you might not be able to help but feel ashamed directly. And in this case, whoever takes it seriously will really lose. Hee. Yuanqi Swifu's family has a great career. As the deputy governor of the Yufu, Su Qin naturally doesn't take this star core seriously. I'm just reminding you as usual. After all, my disciples are tossing the gamble, aren't they? Of course, Deputy Su Qin's residence mainly feels that if there is any pressure, then forget it. Deputy Palace Master Su Qin also said, what is a mere 100,000 high-grade star cores? I'll just help Deputy Palace Master Su Qin put it on the mat. Wait until Your Excellency the Deputy Palace Master has more money on hand, and then send it to me. Tai Shiji waved his hand, saying that, he kicked the ball back directly. The face of Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, turned green and pale. At this moment, he could even hear laughter from the surroundings. Shame. How embarrassing. These bastards, I'm afraid they are already laughing at themselves. This face is a shame to throw home. The anger in my heart swept over. 100,000 top-grade star cores, that's really not a small amount. The feeling of being shy in the pocket is naturally particularly uncomfortable. Snort. How can I need my uncle to help me put the star core? This is the home field of my Yuanqi Academy. Just take it. Money is an external object. Especially in such a casino, it is impossible to be so lucky every time. Brother Tai, you should be more careful. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3013. Enduring the heartache, Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, threw the storage ring in his hand with an aggrieved face. At this moment, his whole heart was bleeding, and the black line on his forehead was also gathering in an all-round way. So difficult. It's so difficult. I almost spit out this mouthful of reverse blood. Almost lost control. This feeling is so blissful. Tisk. Deputy Palace Master Su Qin is really rich and powerful. If that's the case, then you can continue to gamble and have fun after that. On behalf of my few incompetent apprentices, I will thank His Excellency the Deputy Palace Master for the gift. Grand Uncle G is completely obedient when he is cheap. How can he be so comfortable at this moment? The whole person has become smug. When I think of this, I feel very drifting. Starcore or not, that's not the key is to be deflated by the single Ou Zheng bastard, and Tai Shuji feels refreshed inexplicably. I just feel that the 7 orifices are trembling. This feeling, a real batch. Friendly matches continue. The third match between the Dawn Academy and the Black and White Academy has officially begun. This time Fang Fan chose to close the gamble. Because the situation is now very clear, and everyone knows that the students of the Black and White Academy use the taboo combat skill of Blood Demon transformation as the mainstream. As for sacrificing elite students or something, people don't care. Fang Fan boy, isn't this a pity? If we continue to play one-sided bets in this game, we can still make a lot of money. It's still the same as before, just set up a gamble for Daybreak Academy to win. I think it's still profitable. Tisk. It feels like, this is still very profitable. Bai Piao's eyes scan the audience, this guy looks like a green leak to everyone now. Now it's a complete nightmare. I'm stuck in it right now. Isn't what you think a little too beautiful? What's going on here? Boom, boom, is it really endless? For it. Don't always think about such small profits. When the time is right, relax. Now even if you set up a one-sided market and set up a betting market for the winning of the Xiao Xiao Academy, there is a high probability that not many people will bet on it. This won't win too many star cores, but it will create a sense of resentment in the hearts of those gamblers. If this is the case, this one-sided market will lose its initial deterrent power and propaganda effect. Besides, if you raise the odds too high, maybe the senior management of the Black and White Academy will think about it. If they directly imply that the students of their own academy choose to let go, what will you do? After all, the star core involved is not a small sum. Let's say it's a second-class college, even for the 3 universities, I'm afraid it's not so easy to let go. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes secretly, thinking to himself, the sparkle in his eyes couldn't help but increased. This time the thoughts gathered here, and the thoughts gradually sank. Some things, if you understand them in your heart, it will be fine naturally. No need to talk about what's there or what's not. Persistence is what is necessary. For the gambling table, there must be a deterrent effect. Either you don't come, or if you come, it will completely crush the deterrent. The way of gambling is actually quite deep. Fang Fan let out a mouthful of turbid air, thinking to himself, the corners of his mouth raised silently. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3014. At this moment, in an attic on the 2nd floor of the arena. Why? Pity. The 1-10 gamble at Guangming Academy is closed again. If it continues, the dean is going to throw all his wealth into it. At that time, maybe you can earn nearly 1 million high-grade star cores. After all, our Black and White Academy has won 2 games at this moment. Even if we lose 1 game, it's actually not a big deal. But this group of people are too stubborn. It's a pity, what a pity. Chen Tianwei, the dean of the Black and White Academy, smacked his mouth, and then shrugged helplessly. Not surprisingly, on the ring, the 3rd student from the Black and White Academy once again performed the bleeding transformation, and then the student from the Daybreak Academy chose to run away without any hesitation at all. Black and White Academy won 3 games in a row. According to the rule of best of 5, Black and White Academy has already won. Black and White Academy successfully won the top 2 in the competition of dozens of colleges. As for the Poxio Academy, which has always been very optimistic, it has collapsed, which is quite embarrassing. But competition is like this, sometimes it doesn't depend on your will. The matter has come to this point, it is useless to say more. The situation is such a situation, can you still make money? Black and White Academy can be regarded as getting the ticket to compete with the three universities. In addition to Black and White Academy, another old first-class academy, Nether Academy, was also successfully shortlisted. In other words, these two colleges will soon have a first-year friendly exchange match with the three universities, and finally the first to fifth places will be divided. This will also freeze the overall division of some sacred soil resources. The specific division rules are not shown on the surface. After all, what is claimed on the surface is actually a friendly exchange match between various universities and colleges. After so much tossing and tossing, isn't it the loss of the essence of friendship? In a way, it's embarrassing. The matter has come to this point, it is useless to say more. In all aspects, just hang on. Some are happy and some are sad. In fact, the other major academies know it well in their hearts, and they are here to accompany them on the run. Of course, in order to appease these dozens of ordinary colleges, a small part of the sacred soil resources will naturally be allocated to them to continue to compete, but this is no longer a mainstream battle, and it is directly arranged in another school of the Yuanji Academy. In the arena. Everyone, be safe and don't be impatient. I know that everyone is very excited. Immediately, the most popular event belonging to this exchange match will start soon. Yuanji Academy, Bright Academy, Dark Academy, Nether Academy, and Black and White Academy will all gather together. There will be a one-on-one battle. Let me announce the rules of the game. According to normal calculations, each academic institution needs to conduct 4 competitions, that is to say, each academic institution will have a battle with all other academic institutions. According to the established rules, when 2 schools and colleges play against each other, if you win a game, you will get 3 points. If you tie a game, you will get 1 point. If you lose a game, you will get no points. In addition, in order to commend the Black and White Academy and Nether Academy for their comprehensive struggle before, and also for the fairness of the competition, before the competition, 2 points will be automatically added to these 2 colleges. Everyone should be clear about the specific rules. Then the next step is for the captains of the first-year representative teams of each university to come to the ring to draw lots. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3015. Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanji Academy, announced some rules, and the next step was to draw lots. After drawing lots, the 3 major academies and the 2 winning academies will start a full-scale PK. Another important thing to pay attention to is that Nether Academy and Black and White Academy have already scored 2 points before the battle, that is to say, they are far ahead. After all, it took some energy for them to win among dozens of colleges. Just like before, people will die at every turn. For example, the Black and White students, in order to win, simply abolished the 3 elite students under their command. Because of the existence of these, I still have to take it easy. Persistence is necessary. The captains of the first-year teams of the 3 colleges and the 2 colleges stepped forward to draw lots. Fang Fan is a member of the first-year representative team of Guangming Academy, and he did his part to make great strides forward. In fact, this lottery can also symbolically show something. If you can meet a slightly worse opponent in the process of drawing lots, then to a certain extent, you will be able to recharge your batteries and preserve your combat power. But if you encounter a strong enemy at the beginning, and take the lead in destroying your own family fortune, then it will be your hard life in the future. If you can't hold on, it may be a wave of coldness. At that time, the scene will make people feel scalp numb. Feel it a little bit, and the sense of horror from the heart will follow. Good. Let me briefly introduce. This is Yuan Kai, the captain of the first-year representative team of Yuanji Academy. The 5-star high-level sanctuary is the supreme talent. Hey, he is also my disciple, please give me your advice. My ability to teach students is insufficient, and I hope you can help me correct it. Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, pondered, and then said excitedly, and then his eyes gradually began to glow. This time, while talking, thoughts are gradually boiling. At this moment, it has become flustered. In the depths of my heart, I don't have a feeling. That being said, it's actually a bit like Versailles. First year college, 5-star high-level sanctuary realm, this is already very strong. Still a disgusted attitude? Who do you dislike? What is it if it is not Versailles? At this moment, excited shouts could not be heard from the surrounding area. Yuanqi Academy came prepared this time. 5-star high-level sanctuary, is this really a first-year student? So strong. Who says it's not? Generally speaking, in the 3rd grade, having this level of cultivation is considered excellent, and in the 1st grade, is it possible that Yuanqi Academy wants to be the champion this time? I don't know much about the rest, but looking at it like this, I do have thoughts about this. It's interesting, it's really interesting, the more you watch it, the more exciting it becomes, the more you watch it, the more emotional it becomes. The fiercest battle is about to begin. I seem to have seen the scene of that crazy fight. Wave after wave of shouts followed, and the excitement on everyone's faces was beyond words. At this moment, their eyes were focused on Yuan Kai, the captain of the first-year representative team of Yuanqi Academy, and they all sighed. Fang Fan squinted his eyes and glanced to the side, only to see Yuan Kai, the captain of the first-year representative team of Yuanqi Academy, was full of arrogance, with his hands behind his back at the moment, and his eyes were full of arrogance. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3016. There is no need to say much about the rest, this appearance is already very real. A little bit of feeling is in place, and basically everything is clear. Seeing more and more voices of admiration from the surroundings, Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, smiled more and more on his face. No matter what, this is his own student. The students under him were praised, so he naturally felt more face. This seems to be particularly clear. Good. Let's continue to introduce. This is Shang Guanchan, the captain of the first-year representative team of the Academy of Darkness. He exists in the mid-5-star sanctuary realm, and his combat power is quite impressive. The captain of the first-year representative team of the Dark Academy is a rather beautiful and coquettish woman, wearing a black leather jacket, showing off her perfect figure appropriately. Glancing at the past, I felt inexplicably trembling physically and mentally, and at the same time, there was a sense of endless hope in my heart. Anyway, the more I watch it, the more exciting I get, the more excited I get, the more I want to watch it. Probably just some unique ideas like this. After glancing at it, the whole person became flustered. What a nice view. The dark school is actually led by a woman this time, with this figure and appearance, tisk tisk tisk, if you can kiss fangs. If you want to die, you can give it a try. I don't look at how much I am, and I don't look at who they are. Although she is a woman, she can become the captain of the first-year representative team of the Dark Academy. One can imagine her strength. Plus she is from the Dark Academy. This is also a femme fatale who kills without batting an eye. Try not to provoke me if you can, I don't know how I will die. I'll go, how can you be so panicked as you said, making my heart flustered. I won't remind you more at this time, it will be too late in the future. Not everyone you can provoke casually. If you are not careful, you may be directly swallowed up. Steady, don't wave. Boo boo boo, all kinds of shouts followed, and the expressions on everyone's faces changed completely. It's good to see a beauty, but this beauty has thorns. There is even poison in this thorn. If you are not careful, you may be directly poisoned to death. Thinking of this, how can this F***ck be stable, and the whole person will be crippled immediately? He collapsed directly on the spot, having nothing to say. Fang Fan also sized up his future opponent in advance, then nodded silently, quite approving. Although Shang Wenchen, the captain of the first-year representative team from the Dark School, is only in the middle of the 5-star sanctuary, Fang Fan's sense of danger is much stronger than that of Yuan Kai from the Yuanqi Academy. It is not the same. Both the Yuanqi Academy and the Dark Academy have been introduced. It stands to reason that he is here to introduce the Bright Academy, but Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, deliberately skipped over Fang Fan, and looked directly at the Nether Academy and the first-year team of the Black and White Academy. Team leader. This is Puzin, the captain of the first-year representative team of Nether Academy, a 5-star early-stage sanctuary, a very nice guy. This is Duan Muju, the captain of the first-year representative team of Black and White College. He is a 5-star early-stage sanctuary, and he is also very promising. The 2 universities and the 2 colleges have been introduced. Now there is only one Bright Academy left. Apparently, it was intended to be grandly launched at the end. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3017. It's just that such a grand launch seems a bit deliberate. Hee hee. Hee hee hee. Everyone, be safe and don't be impatient. Be a little quieter. Next, we must introduce Fang Fan, the captain of the first-year representative team from Guangming Academy. It is conceivable that you can become the captain with a 2-star mid-level sanctuary realm cultivation base. It must be good. Guangming Academy is really unique. Perhaps this is the style of Guangming Academy. Ha 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 ha. Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, laughed so happily that his body was trembling as he spoke at this moment. It is very obvious that Guangming Academy is specially introduced separately, and it is still ranked last. Don't you just want to ridicule? With the special introduction of Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, the whole audience became a sensation. Then bursts of laughter followed. I'm going to, the sanctuary in the middle of the 2-star stage? Do you have the nerve to make a fuss about it? Ah, this? That's it? Ha ha ha. Is it true that Guangming Academy is no longer available? I laughed, I really laughed. My stomach hurts. Ha ha ha. Guangming Academy is one of the 3 universities after all, right? Is this a joke? The more you look at it, the less it looks like that. It's interesting, so frankly interesting. Guangming Academy is really terrible. Is this directly raising the white flag? Just admit defeat. Isn't it? Send a 2-star sanctuary to make a joke. Wave after wave of yelling swept over, followed by wild laughter. The excitement on everyone's faces was beyond words, and the whole person became ecstatic. It feels so real. Obviously, Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, has achieved his goal. What he wanted to do was actually this. He just wanted to tease Guangming Academy with such a posture, so that he could vent his dissatisfaction and resentment. After all, he lost 100,000 top-grade star cores to Tai Shuja before. The anger and annoyance in my heart at that time could not be added. At this moment, it's just a different way, but no matter what, that kind of resentment will still not be eliminated. He used the power in his hands to wantonly show off his Ling Ran posture, which seemed quite insane. Fang Fan glanced indifferently at Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy. This guy is not very big. It can even be said that the layout is really too small to be entangled in this matter continuously. Good guy, what are you thinking? Boo 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 to the end, that's what happened. As the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, this structure is definitely not enough. Compared with Shui Wanren, the deputy head of the Guangming Academy, there is a sky and an underground. At this moment, as all kinds of laughter swept over, the team captains of the other colleges and universities standing on the high platform couldn't help but focus their attention on Fang Fan. Yuan Kai, the captain of the first-year representative team of Yuanqi Academy, curled his lips with a look of disdain, and even looked away haughtily. Pu Sen, captain of the first-year representative team of Nether Academy, and Duan Muju, captain of the first-year representative team of Black and White Academy, did not have much emotional change, they were both very indifferent. As for Shang Guanshan, the captain of the first-year representative team of the Dark Academy, her beautiful eyes were full of curiosity and seriousness at the moment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3018. Not everyone is a fool. You can't just be led by the nose by the words of Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy. They all have their own ability to think and judge. After laughing, I felt my heart tremble inexplicably. What kind of existence does Guangming Academy exist? Can't imagine this scene? But Guangming Academy still did so without hesitation. In this way, in fact, many things are fully displayed. Think about it for a while, and you'll understand it all. Those things that come to mind will also become extremely real. Shang Guanshan, the captain of the first-year representative team of the Dark Academy, secretly narrowed his eyes, thinking to himself, his eyes gradually became extremely deep. This Fang Fan is by no means simple. Perhaps, this will be the strongest existence I have encountered in the arena. Of course, there are some possibilities. For example, this guy is a complete bastard. For it. It's just because of the excellent background in Guangming Academy. But you can't always pin your hopes in this direction, otherwise you will only sink yourself into it, and then you will fall into a passive position. Shang Wenchen, the leader of the first-year representative team of the Dark Academy, glanced around, with a thoughtful look on his face. Many things will feel unbelievable. Such feelings, but a little bit become real. Shang Wenchen, the captain of the first-year representative team of the Dark Academy, glanced at Yuan Kai, the captain of the first-year representative team of the Yuanqi Academy, with an unconcealable indifference in his eyes. Although this guy's cultivation level is quite high, he is also the highest among the captains of the first-year representative team, and he has reached the 5-star high-level sanctuary realm, but he is quite vain at first glance, and he must have been promoted gradually after using the medicine of tiger and wolf recently. In this way, many things actually become real. In the eyes of Shang Guanshan, the captain of the first-year representative team of this dark school, this Yuan Kai is not threatening. The shouting around continued to increase, Fang Fan stretched his waist, and didn't bother to explain anything. The facts speak louder than words. Pretending to be a pig and eating a tiger has always been his favorite. Under the ring, Bai Piao looked at Fang Fan's beautiful look, and couldn't help curling her lips. WTF? Really are. It's too smug. Isn't he a bastard? This guy is pretending again. No matter who you fight against, you can't find Fang Fan. This guy is too dark. Hey. When the time comes, I won't even know how to die. It's too scary. These people on the stage, I can see what the result is. It's cold, it must be cold. Bai Piao sighed while talking and then secretly complained at the side. Brother Bai Piao, stop complaining here. It's useless for you to complain about it. Brother Fang Fan is already so strong. This year's competition is completely pediatrics for him. Brother Fang Fan cares about the senior year's battle. It will be very exciting then. By the way, brother Bai Piao, speaking of it, your chance has come. Brother Fang Fan is about to play, so you can start the game. By the way, we can set up a gamble to predict who will win the championship of the first year competition. Gui Sha came over, and then said it as a matter of course. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3019. First Year Champion. This. That's a good idea. Brother Gisha, you can do it? I earned the star core back, and I'll share it with you. Bai Piao's eyes lit up, and then he went directly to the gambling table. The God Disc is on the stage again. Who will be the first year champion of the 3 universities and the 2 colleges? If you fall in love with any university or college, then place your bet. Betting on any college or university is a parity of 1 to 5. Our Guangming Academy's gambling has never been for profit, and we don't want to cheat the star cores in your hands. We are all voluntary activities, and we just want to create a comfortable betting environment for you. Odds of 5 to 1. No matter which college or school you bet on to win the championship, it is 5 to 1. It's so magical, if you miss it, it's really gone. Everyone, if you can't buy it at a loss, you can't be fooled. Why don't you give yourself a reason to get rich? Don't you want to quintuple your assets? Don't you want to live that kind of luxurious life? Opportunities are right in front of you. How do you choose? Breakthrough in all directions. Combat in all directions. Place some bets. Otherwise, is it interesting to watch the game dryly? If you place a little bet, you can completely put your body and mind into it. It's all said and done, don't you still understand? Turn up, surge up. What are you waiting for? Wave after wave of roars followed, and everyone's expressions couldn't help changing completely. Now that he was talking normally, the gleam in his eyes grew more and more, and his whole body trembled even more. At this moment, I have become flustered, and the whole person is completely ignorant. It's the gamble of Guangming Academy again. In fact, to be honest, they have already cast a shadow on the gamble of Guangming Academy. This F***ing good guy has been tricked too many times, and he feels extremely entangled in his heart, for fear of being tricked again. This, I can't stand it. My brain felt inexplicably aching. Whom can I tell you about that feeling? Brothers, don't go, Pit. Big Pit. Just that one in white clothes, that's a beast in clothes. Shameless, you know the star core that pits us. Yes, I have seen it through now. 9 of the 10 dealers are bad, and 1 is bad. How many star cores did we invest in the first 2 games? Don't you have any points in your heart? I understand in an instant, I understand in seconds. That's what happened. Are you sure you don't want to vote? Actually, what people said is true, this is a PAR price. No matter which college or school you choose to win, you will lose 5 for 1. Can I bet on the 3 colleges and the 2 colleges? No matter who wins, I can make a fortune anyway, right? Brother, so you are lonely? In the end, no or nothing. Call. Actually, the Black and White Academy and the Nether Academy will definitely not be able to win the championship. After all, they are only students. No matter how strong the students are, what can they do? In the end, they can only be cool. Can they compete with the 3 universities? That's what you said, then we only vote for the 3 major colleges as the champion? By then, we will earn more blood. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3020. The surrounding noises involuntarily increased, and then wave after wave of yelling swept over, and gradually, it began to float. Immediately, they praised the gambler's conscience again. Isn't it just a sign of conscience? There are so many options. Feeling it a little bit, inexplicably, I feel my heart surging, and my whole person becomes ecstatic. At this moment, his eyes are wide open, and the rest of the words naturally needless to say, and his mentality has also taken off in an all-round way. For these gamblers, as long as they feel that they are taking advantage of the casino, then 99% of the time the banker is successful. Leading people's hearts, in fact, this is the first step. In fact, no one can know what it will evolve into in the end, and it will gradually become impossible to extricate itself if it sinks into it. The matter has come to this point, it is useless to say more, anyway, it is good to just stick to it. On the ring, the lottery officially begins. In order, start with the Yuanqi Academy, and then go to the Dark Academy. Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, is clearly targeting Fang Fan, as can be seen from the order of drawing lots. This is not once or twice, each time is better than the first time. Yuan Kai, the captain of the first-year representative team of Yuanqi Academy, has been scribbling in ink, scratching around in the alley with his fingers, but he can't find a reason. Shang Guanchan, the captain of the first-year representative team of the Dark Academy, drew lots, but they have already drawn. The Nether Academy. Shang Guanchan, the leader of the first-year representative team of the Dark Academy, murmured, and then spoke directly. This shows that Shang Guanchan, the captain of the first-year representative team of the Dark School, is quite lucky. The first battle he encountered was the Academy, and he can basically guarantee a 100% victory. Besides, it doesn't need to expend too much energy. Why not? Why not? Mine is Bright Academy. Ha. Ha 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 ha. Bright Academy. My luck is absolutely incredible. I'm about to confront the existence of the two-star sanctuary realm in the ring. Yes, is that the case? A raging soldier, a raging nest. The captain is like this, what else can we hope for? My Yuanqi Academy will definitely win the first battle. Yuan Kai, the captain of the first-year representative team of Yuanqi Academy, laughed so wildly that he almost burst into tears. At this moment, he was clutching his stomach, and his whole body was trembling crazily. While speaking, the gesture of gnashing teeth was vividly displayed. The more I talked, the more excited I became, and the more I talked, the more excited I became, and in the end it was hard to restrain my crazy mood. This guy is totally gone. Drifting to the extreme, drifting to the point where I don't even know what it means. Existence like this is completely a representative of Daxigong. Fang Fan squinted his eyes secretly, thinking to himself, his thoughts were gradually churning. The more you look at it, the more interesting it becomes. This guy, if he is not deliberately pretending to be the image of Ma Daha, then he is the real Ma Daha. Stupidity is not a star and a half. Okay. Quiet. Dark Academy versus Nether Academy. Yuanqi Academy versus Guangming Academy. The battle is about to begin. Everyone, get ready. Su Qin, the deputy head of Yuanqi Academy, nodded silently, with a look of arrogance on his face. From his point of view, the first-year participating students of Yuanqi Academy are all elites among the elites, and they must be able to win the battle. At that time, he will be able to put on a good show in front of Tai Shuja.